Oh my gosh,
Fundamentals.
we would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to
Mount
be.
Pubmore. I mean,
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
Let's get Luke Combs. I was begging for Luke Combs not too long ago. We'll get Luke Combs on here. I challenge Luke. I think I can actually beat him in shotgunning a beer. So if he thinks he's got the cojones to come on and try, then by all means, Luke, bring it on.
That's the intro. You just hit my promo for me, James. I love it. Episode 170. Preacher Man Fitzsimmons. Big Devontae Keith in the house. And the one, the only, agent number 6, wideout number 1, Dashaun Davis in the pub, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we can't thank you enough for hopping on. Anybody who's been following that, they know your name. But I feel like this season, dude, you have turned it up a notch. And it's just been, you're all over the field, which we love to see. We're all app guys, minus Devontae's the NC State guy, but I feel like he's got a little love for us.
He still hates the Tar Heels. It's close enough.
Yeah. But dude, I feel like this season you changed the numbers, which we'll get into and stuff. But man, you got to be feeling good so far. 3 weeks in, you got to feel good.
Yeah, I feel good for the most part. It's a lot more that we want to like produce as a receiver group and as a whole. But for the most part, we win the games and we got like app fans more in tune. We just sold out a record for like 40,000 this weekend. So it's an upward trend for App Nation. So I love that. So
absolutely, and you know it's crazy. And you know I know you're a Florida guy, and so I'm about to ask you how you got to Boone, but like I feel like App is starting to take over, and like more and more people are hearing it because like when me and Fitz went, it was like, oh, you guys beat Michigan a couple years ago. That's cool. Like good for these small schools. Now it's like, yo, App is a hell of a program. They consistently win. They're winning bowl games. Like life is good to be a Mountaineer, and it's reaching into Florida, Texas. We're getting guys that we're not supposed to get now, and it's awesome. Like you're one of them, come from Florida, which that goes. Your all's hard work's paying off.
Yeah, for sure.
So, how do you get from Florida to Boone? That's a culture shock. That's a game changer.
Yeah, so it was a crazy story. So we used to go to like college camps around like the country and stuff like that. And I only had one offer. That was like from FAU in Florida. I ended up coming to a NC State camp, matter of fact. And I met Frank Ponce. That's who's our OC right now. So I met him at the camp, and I was out there killing it, just winning my one-on-one matchups, catching everything. And he ended up offering me on the spot. I didn't know nothing about Appalachian State. Once I seen him with the shirt on and all that stuff, he was like, yeah, I coach at Appalachian. I want to give you an offer. And I'm like, whoa, like, wow, like right here, right now, you just going to offer me? He said, yeah, you got an offer. I ended up taking a visit to Appalachian. Like the next day we drove up here, my coach was like, yeah, we're going to let you tour the school and stuff like that. And I ended up committing on the spot. So I was committed like to start my senior year of high school. That was my only offer. And I ended up staying committed the whole time.
That's what's up.
Yeah, here I am. They gave me an opportunity. So I just, you feel me?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest adjustment coming from Florida to near the Rocky Top? What's been the biggest adjustment, whether it be weather, people? What's it been for you?
It's really the weather. That's like the main adjustment. Like when I first got here, it snowed. This was my first time ever seeing snow. And it was like, damn, like I don't know if I could do this for full years and stuff like that. So and then my first ever, the coldest game I ever been in was like Georgia Southern my freshman year of like 2019. It was like a blizzard and rain in that game. So yeah, that was like one of my like real shots. Like, wow, I'm in Boone. I have to do this for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So yeah, the weather for sure.
What sold you on Boone and App State? You know, me and Fitz, I feel like as soon as we stepped on campus, it was like we're home. You know, I went up there for a recruiting visit, and it was like, this is home. This is an extension of family life. It just feels right. What was your moment?
Yeah, I'm just so used to winning, and it's like I really wasn't raised up on losing, and even when I was losing, I'll be a sore loser. So when I first came to Appalachian and I seen all the rings and all the trophies and all the legacies that they have, I was just like, yeah, like this is the place for me. And then talking to some of the former players that was there, they was saying like, oh, you're guaranteed to get a ring. Like I get this is what we play for. We play for rings. So that's just sold me right there. Like everybody is built on winning. It's straight football when you come to Appalachian. And yeah, so
Absolutely, dude.
yeah.
What, you know, you had a breakout year. I feel like last year you really came on scene, and this year we talked about you've really exploded. I feel like national TV is getting a hold of you now.
Yeah.
What made you change from 17 to 6, going to Cam Peoples' number?
Yeah. Coming out of high school, I had 6. And then I tried to get 6 when I came here. And then that's when I heard about Cam Peoples. And then it was just like I asked a funny story. I asked Cam, I said, Cam, do you ever think about switching numbers? He was like, no way. Like, that's me. I'm 6. So I was like, all right, I'll just wait my time. Whenever Cam leave, I'll eventually just take 6 from him. And then that's what happened.
You start your own legacy with it. I love it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm here for it. I can see now, like, man, Cam, I think 8 would look good on you, man.
Yeah, I tried to get him to change numbers. He was like, nah, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love it.
Is there anything special about 6, or is that just what you stuck with in high school?
Nothing really too special. I just felt like once I got 6, it turned me into a whole different player. Like, just it's something about them single digits. You get a single digit, you feel like you just different. So,
mean.
Yeah.
I can't relate, man. I'm a lineman. I can't.
Yeah, me too.
That was before my time. I got stuck with 72. 0, none of that. So
yeah, I feel like 17 is the new 88. Like Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson. Like,
yeah, it was a hard choice. When I did try to make the switch, when I did tell them about it, they was like, "Are you sure? A lot of people know you from 17."
Yeah.
And I was just like, forget it, coach. We're gonna go to 6. We're gonna start a new legacy.
Yeah. I love it. You know, you're 3 games in the season, and great start at home against Gardner-Webb. Then you go to UNC, and it's like, hey, we got a chance here. We had them on the ropes overtime, and I feel like Lady Luck just wasn't on Appalachian's side there. We ran out of luck maybe. Yeah. And then we were at home against ECU, and like you said, it's biggest crowd in Kid Brewer Stadium history, and it feels good to beat those in-state teams. You know, look at those 3 games. Was there one of them in particular you had like circled, like, hey, this is going to be a big time one? Is there like any thoughts from these past 3 weeks?
I really look at all opponents the same. Like everybody gets the opportunity to play against me. Not like I'm just like, this is a big game. This is a big game. I go into it like they got to see what I'm working with, because it took forever for me to even get this opportunity, and I'm just so grateful for it. So it's just I go into every opportunity like I'm gonna showcase my talent, and then we just gonna roll with it. I like our chances over anybody, to be honest. Whoever.
Damn.
Ooh,
yeah. Let's go.
Ooh, yeah, I like to hear that.
I do too. I love it. Fitz, you got any questions?
Man, I got a few questions. I think my first question is just kind of I think I asked this with T. Henney when we had him on, and I feel like we've just had a lot of younger receivers over the years, just kind of recently, like especially like COVID time, and maybe that's just because we have like 5-year sophomores like everybody in the league. But I was just wondering, I feel like you changing numbers, are you in that role of being kind of the vocal leader for the receivers or offense in general? Like, what does that look like for you right now?
Um. Well, before I even changed my number to 2-6, I mean they respected me at 17 because I mean I made plays, so it was just a number returning starter. So they definitely leaned on to me to make plays. Like when we're in the game, they'll look at me and say, "Sean, we need a big play." Da 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 da, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I got you." So I mean, just me being an older guy around, and I've been in here when we did go 13-1, and I seen like us winning. So it's just they'll ask me what the things that we did in the future to better us for the future. I mean, what we did good in the past to better us for the future. So it was just like, yeah, I'm a vocal leader, but at the same time, I come to play. Like I bring my game to the table. So that's how I lead by example. I'm not really a captain though. I let everybody else, the captain, speak up. I'm more of a, I just want to play hard, and everybody else gonna gravitate. Yeah.
Yeah, and it actually leads me kind of your playmaking. Like when Parker said we're having you on, I was like, wait, he had a catch down the stretch, and I was thinking of the Carolina game last year when it was the basketball score. It was like 60, 63 to 62 or something, and yeah, you had a big touchdown with 30 seconds left. I know that was short lived because we missed the 2-point conversion, but like, what was that feeling like having that catch, that play, like one of the biggest moments? Because only a few guys really have those moments in their college career.
Yeah. For the most part, I mean, I scored a game winner in high school before, so it was almost like all right, I just got to keep working because eventually a time or a moment is gonna come like this again, and I'm gonna be ready for it. So it was just like he caught the play and I executed, and it's just like, wow, it really wasn't like something that I think was surprising because I always go hard at what I do. So it just came down to execution at the end of the day. Like it wasn't nothing too crazy for me. And then I did it again this year, like almost the same replica catch. So I mean, it's just routine at this point. Yeah,
that's cool.
I got a question for you. So, big play, Sean. Y'all play hard against my rivals, UNC. When you line up on the line of scrimmage against a team like that, where people kind of they have you guys as the underdogs, and they like, oh, it's just easy money. Mm-hmm. Every rep that you're on, like, what goes through your mind when you're going up against a team like that?
I gotta win. Like I'm trying to be different from a lot of people, especially in our conference, like Group of 5 Sun Belt, because the Sun Belt, believe it or not, is like really becoming one of them top dogs. We competing with a lot of good teams out there. So it's just like, okay, now our spread, we was like 20-point underdogs, and I felt real disrespected. So all week we was coming in like, we 20-point underdogs. They got us 8% chance to win the game. This and that. We gotta go. We gotta come to play. We gotta show them that like we can see the field with them. And that's what we did. We came, played hard, tried to play fast, tried to beat them physically, and it's just like, yeah, we came up short. And I could debate with some of the calls that was going on out there.
But that's another story. We'll leave that behind, on to the next. But God is watching.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's just like, it don't matter who I line up in front of, they gonna get this work because I put in the work. So yeah, I'm not really nervous about any opponent, to be honest.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it. Well, Wyoming's up next. You're 1.5 point dog here. Chip on shoulder. You're the away team. They're coming off that big Texas close game. Yeah. I think you all have the right attitude. Buck them. Line them up. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. We've been doing our scouting reports, and we've been watching film, going over things that's going to work and what we think that's not going to work. And it's all just going to come down to execution. Like, we just got to come in there and just want to win, have the will to win, make our plays, take our shots, and then, we're going to run the ball. We got Nate Noel. So
that's right.
Yeah, so once we go in there, execute, handle business, we're going to come back with the win, though.
I love it.
Win.
Let's go. Book it. In remembrance of Tim, R.I.P. He's not really dead. He's on another venture in life. He's on the
Dead
pod
on our
anymore.
show.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's dead to us right now. But no, it's all love. He always asks this question. Once football is said and done, you're a first round pick. You've got multiple Super Bowls, Pro Bowls, Hall of Famer, that type of stuff. What do you want to do with your life once football's out of it?
When football is done, so right now I have a brand right now called Cold Hearted Stepper. Yeah, this is one of the shirts right here.
Let's go.
So it's good that I started like my brand and my image right now, just because say I had football teammates that ended up getting hurt and they can't even like play football anymore. So now they're at the point of their life where it's like, we have to figure this out, do this and that. And it's just, I came to realization when I wasn't playing, like I have to be more than just an athlete. So I ended up getting my degree. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a lot of things under my belt, which I could cut hair. I'm good at public speaking. I got my own brand, and it's just I do things with real estate and things like that. So I just wrap my mind on. I don't specifically know what I want to do, but I have a lot of trades that I can dip and dab in once I'm done with football, just because of like the connections and the things that I built over time, over these years. So,
Man,
that's way more put together than I was post grad.
Yes,
so I ended up being a teacher.
No, I think it's awesome, and it goes to the NIL people. I've called it the wild wild west right now. There's no really limitations on it, and so go get that bag, go get that money. And for you have played this thing so smart by being diverse, getting in different avenues, and just being smart with it, dude. You're set up like this. That's amazing. I love that. Cold Hard Steppers. You gotta tell us where to get some. Where do we got to go to get this?
Yeah, so I got my website up. It's called coldheartedsteppers.com. So then right now I'm like collabing with like some of my teammates and stuff like that, just to get them on board to build their own image and brand and stuff like that. And I'm telling them, okay, we could collab on designs or something like that, and then we could make some shorts or make some shirts and stuff like that. And maybe they could understand the business side of things and make them some money on the side, and then they'll branch off and do their own thing. So I just want to be like almost like a vessel to some of the younger guys to understand that it's more than just football at the end of the day, because it could all be taken away sooner or later. So that's what I'm working on right now. I still have inventory on sale. I'm doing really good with my sales and stuff like that. But yeah, my goal right now is trying to bring some of my younger guys up. Yeah, because I really ain't had that mentorship when I was coming up. So
Mark Cuban of App State, baby. I love it. Hey, man, you have to send us the link afterwards and we'll promote it. Anything you want to promote, we'll shout out, because that's awesome, dude. I'm super happy for you. That's what's up.
So,
Fitz, you got your go-to question?
Yeah, I always ask our players your NFL ceiling and floor. So it's kind of like, at the peak of your powers, at the peak of your game, which NFL player do you kind of resemble? Would kind of be your player grade? And then your floor is kind of like you're kind of a real reality. It's kind of a realistic kind of who you play like.
Oh, so you want me to like pick somebody that I think I play like?
So like I asked my one of my grad professors, I asked him his NBA ceiling and floor. His ceiling was Scottie Pippen.
Oh,
but his floor was like Andrew Wiggins.
Okay. I would. All right. I'm gonna go. Justin Jefferson. Yeah, that's the ceiling right there. He one of the ones. And then I would say my floor is like a Tutu Atwell. He played for the Rams. Like a speedy receiver. He'll probably take the top off with the speed and downfield catches. So that's probably who I resemble.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I like it. Devontae, you got any questions before we put him on the hot seat?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So far, like, what's been the pregame vibes as far as like music? What's been getting you going on this tier you got going?
You want to know like artists or
artists, songs, whichever one that first comes to mind.
I'm from Florida, so I listen to a lot of Kodak, and then 21 Savage get in the mix a little bit. 21 Savage, And then we listen to Booby. I don't know if y'all know a little bit of Booby. He used to play running back here. Number 25. Oh, well, you probably know of Booby, but yeah, we listen to him too. So those like my top 3 people that I listen to on game days: Kodak, 21 Savage, and Booby.
You sort of keep it to Florida when you listen to music.
Oh yeah, I love Florida music because it's just that's what I grew up on. So yeah.
Okay.
What, Trick Daddy?
Trick Daddy, yeah, I listen to him sometimes. Yeah.
Now, Jalen Moore, he's doing music.
Yeah, Jalen Moore.
Oh man, all right.
I was trying to figure out who it was. Yeah,
Jalen Moore, but we call him Booby on our end though.
Yeah. That was his nickname. Man, okay. I might check him out.
Hold on.
I got Jalen Moore's helmet right there. He signed it and stuff.
Yeah.
His rapper name is Booby. How do you like
BOOBI?
I got a lot of his like unreleased, and I think he got some music like out there on YouTube and stuff like that. But he could rap though.
All right,
we've been listening to him. We've been listening to him for a little minute.
Putting the people on it. All right, I like it. All right, man, we're ready to get Jay Moore on soon. Talk about that. That's awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna put you on the hot seat. So first question that comes to mind, first answer, you just let it rip.
All right,
we'll start with some easy ones. Favorite music artist?
Kodak.
Favorite spot in Boone?
Food place?
Yep.
Chili's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best thing about App State?
I would say game days to me,
yeah.
in my opinion.
Right. It's a different vibe. I like it.
Yeah.
Your favorite NFL team?
The Ravens.
Man, we ain't gonna talk about Sunday. It's good.
I'm an LJ fan. I love players more than teams almost. So
okay.
Yeah.
If it wasn't football, what sport would you be playing?
Basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really good at point guard.
All right. If they're making a Dashaun Davis movie, who's playing you? What actor?
Probably Kevin Hart. or Kevin Hart.
I like it. I love it. Your next end zone dance is gonna be?
I was thinking either the worm or the sprinkler.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
Oh man,
dude, yours have been amazing. That UNC, the little rascals, little wave, and then dance, you've been snapping on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we think about our celebrations before the game, and we'll practice it in practice. And then once we get in the game, if our adrenaline not pumping and stuff like that, we'll just hit our dance that we've been practicing.
I love that.
Yeah, it's already predetermined before we get in the end zone.
Practice game speed, baby.
Hit him with the bus driver.
The bus driver.
Passengers on.
Yeah.
I love it. You're the opponent you're looking forward to facing the most, and you can't say the next one.
I would say JMU because that's gonna be a tough game. They got us last year. They came back on us. So and they winning a lot this year. So I really got them circled on the calendar. So that's who I want.
Got to get that lick back.
Yeah, I want that lick back for them.
Been talking crazy too.
Yeah, definitely.
Show the guy doing the championship belt.
I seen that.
Themselves, man.
I seen that. I say, okay, they think they on the top of the Sun Belt now. So I can't wait to see that game. I can't wait to play in that game. So yeah.
I love it. Dream NIL deal.
I want like a big time endorsement with like one of these shoe companies like Nikes or Jordans or anything or Pumas or whatever company. Just something in those lines. I want that. Yeah,
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Dream quarterback to throw you the ball.
Besides Joey,
Ryan, whoever. Yeah. We'll say NFL quarterback.
NFL quarterback that I would want to throw the ball to me.
Dead or alive, anytime.
I would go. Wow, that's a hard one right there. Joe Burrow.
Joe B.
Yeah.
All right.
Joey B. I like how Joe Burrow orchestrate the game, and he tough. So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right, we got one more segment for you, and then we'll let you go. We know you're an athlete, but if you want to stick around, like I said, man, feel free. This is a blind top 5, so I'm just gonna throw out a name, and you got to put it in your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without knowing who's coming next.
All right.
So we got blind top 5.
Are we all doing this?
Yeah, we're all doing it.
Okay.
Wide receivers. So Dashaun, if you want, you can let Fitz and Devontae go first. Or if you want to take the reins, man, you feel free to rank them right off the bat. Okay.
I can lead it.
Yeah,
All right.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Starting with a banger. Steve Smith.
That's a good one. He's gonna be a little bit lower on my list, higher. I never know what to say, lower, higher. I'm gonna put him at 4. Number 4, but that's a solid one.
Man, I'll say 3. I'm gonna be honest. Like back in the day, I didn't really appreciate him until like I got older. You know, those little random highlights drop. Like, man, he was different, bro. He was
He's a bad dude.
in his old age. He was different. So I was like, yeah, 3.
Just mean as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, like that hatred that just fueled me. So I rock with it.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's my turn. Yeah, I'm feeling a solid 3 as well too, because I heard history about him as a not even just a receiver, as a blocker too. He was good at that, so he did everything else outside of him. Just
oh man, he was on a roll.
I know.
That's good.
He'll come back. We'll see.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if it was him. Was he blocking for Cam Newton? I think like Cam had like a crazy run, and Steve's out there like just on it.
You good?
Hey, you're good, Dashaun. Yeah.
Solid 3 though.
Solid 3. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Ice up, son. All right. Next up, JJ, Justin Jefferson.
Dude, I'm gonna say number 1. I know it's early in his career, but I think he's changed the game. I mean, potentially when it's said and done, he's in the same realm as Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. I mean, he's in that conversation. So assuming you don't put the GOAT on here, I'm gonna put Jefferson number 1.
Then we gotta figure out who the GOAT is.
Yeah.
Dog. You know what? Just for the sake, I don't want to go with recency bias. I'll go 4. I'll go 4. Right up under Steve Smith, just because it's like he's doing well now, even though the Vikings are kind of down right now, at least to me. But like he's still producing. Like he's carrying. So like he's making his way up the list, but I'll put him at 4 right now.
All right, I'm gonna put him at 2 just because I feel like you might put somebody that's like very elite in the mix, but he a top 2 receiver just because like he could go out there and get 100 yards easy like every game. So I mean, that's what you want that receiver, somebody that's gonna produce every game. So yeah, he a top 2 for me on my list.
I love it. And I will say this is the most competitive list I've ever done. And it's all random. I put wide receivers in a randomizer and it just gave me 5. And this is a good top 5.
That man said Miles Austin next.
Miles Austin.
We're going to go from a current Viking to a Hall of Famer.
I knew you were going to do that. Okay. You know what? I'm known to just stick to my guns here. Yeah. Jefferson, Randy's not even the best Viking all time. Randy's gonna be my number 2. The potential of Randy Moss might be number 1. Like what he could have been, or like his best year might be top of the list. But I think consistency wise, I think Jefferson is a guy that is virtually unguardable. And I mean, Moss was too basically. But I think Jefferson's ability to just get open. I think Randy just had the ability to catch it over anybody. Like as far as getting separation, I don't know if that was Randy's game. He just needed a step. He just needed that extra inch, where Jefferson's, he's open by like 5 yards, like every play, so I'll put Randy at 2 and feel good about it.
Yeah, Randy's my GOAT. I put him at number 1, no question.
You got Moss, son. A verb.
Like, come on now. Come on now.
Yeah. Jump ball receiver. The facts though that I never really seen too many like curl routes or hitches that he was able to take to the crib. He's more like a jump ball receiver. And I gotta put him at number 4 on my list because like you can find a jump ball receiver everywhere, but you need somebody to take a slant to the crib.
Yeah. Yeah, you need that speed. All right. Well, I don't get any speed for this next one. I got another jump ball guy. D-Hop.
Number 5 for me. Maybe the best hands on this list so far in terms of hands. But, I'm looking for route runners. I'm looking for guys that, not that D-Hop isn't, all these guys are elite. They're great receivers. But I do think D-Hop, he's on the bottom of this list. Just that, I don't know. I put him in the same fabric as like Chris Carter, another great receiver. Just guys who had great hands. We're gonna make a play in clutch moments. But man, I want that quick guy that's gonna be open by a mile. But D-Hop number 5.
Yeah, number 5. So many good jump balls, but yeah, I'm gonna put him at number 5.
Yeah, facts. He gonna be a number 5 receiver for me. Good hands, but you feel me? That's just something that you can find anywhere. To be honest, if you get on the jug every day, pretty much.
Hey, that's right. That's right. All right. Last but not least, Fitz, you're gonna be furious.
It's gonna be a Packer, isn't it?
No, Jerry Rice.
Oh man, yep, he busted my list, man. That's got to be number 1. But I have to put him at 3, which sucks. Like I'd put him over Randy, which really stinks. So yeah, got nothing to say, man. Flash 80, the GOAT. I mean, Jerry Rice is the GOAT.
What about the sticker, man? Like, let's talk about that.
Oh,
what about the sticker? Let's talk about it. Does that hamper his legacy, or
is there an asterisk? Do we put him with Barry Bonds?
Yeah. See, with Barry Bonds, I don't know, man. I mean, I get how fair it is, but yeah, he's number 2 for me. I'm not really a Jerry Rice truther just for that fact, but like Dashaun said, like he did get off on a couple of like his hitch routes somehow. Granted, it was before like everybody was athletic, but at the same time, he got off with the athletic quarterback. So you got to give it to him, the originator, OG.
Yeah, I got one more spot left, but he number 1 on my book. You feel me? I done seen a couple highlights of Jerry, and you feel me? He could be on my fantasy team back in the day if I picked him. So. Yeah, I got him as number 1 on my team. Yeah.
I love it. Well, hey, Dashaun, man, I can't thank you enough, brother.
Yes,
if there's anything you want to plug, feel free to plug it, dude. And just thanks again. We can't wait to watch you just blow the top off Wyoming secondary.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all for even having me, man. It's a blessing and a great opportunity.
Hey, of course, man. You're welcome back anytime. You go catch a couple of tutties this week, and we'll have you back on next week. Good luck,
yes,
Charles.
sir. Appreciate that. I'll see y'all later.
Watch you, man.
Take care, brother.
Yep.
Man, good guy. Awesome conversation. I'm here for it.
I always love these, man. Just talking to these App State guys. It's
good. We're gonna have some more NC State guys.
It makes being a fan of App even better. Like Dante, you just got to get on the. Get on the train.
I took one visit to App like when I was in high school, maybe, and I remember like it was beautiful. Y'all got it. Like the view is beautiful. But then I remember walking, and you talk to the tour guide, and bro was like, they were like, "Yo, it's really nice when it snows." They were like, I was like, "Oh, so y'all don't get snow days?" They were like, "No." Yeah. Well, that's it for me,
dude.
That's it for me.
When I had knee reconstruction surgery, I had it in January, and I would crutch to class on ice and snow,
bro.
Just crutches. It was terrible, and there was like no like handicap stuff. It's all hills, so it's like
that is
not die today.
Do y'all like not for real have like ramp? I mean, dog, that is some logistical city planning. Like
it's rough, man. I remember one snow day. I think it was our sophomore year, Fitz. And that's the only snow day I remember.
I'm just trying to remember. No, what are you talking about? Like
when classes were canceled throughout the day, I only remember one. No, sophomore year. Now I remember
Okay,
like 8 a.m.
like
being
when classes
canceled.
were canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like it's
Yeah, I don't really remember. Yeah, I don't really remember them canceling classes a lot.
Was that
I
like
remember.
apocalypse or
I
something?
remember a lot of nights where
Yeah,
people were
pretty much.
sledding. I remember like there are just nights you just go out, everyone's sledding, like
You put the beer in the snow
everywhere.
and you just go sled. Yep.
Yeah, and like behind the music building, there's that crazy ass hill.
Yeah,
And,
Suicide
like,
Hill.
Yeah, and like literally sledding into a brick building. Like you just try to like avoid. There's like a little path between these two brick buildings. And, like
Oh hell,
You just try to
you're
scoot
just
it.
trying to
Oh,
nail
God.
that path.
Yo,
Yeah, man.
It earned the name Suicide Hill, but
Yeah.
it was good. Hey, speaking of, well, not really, but Tim messaged us from the grave. We miss you,
Go
Tim.
Pod is
We love you.
oh man,
We
got
love
the
you.
Ouija board out.
That's right. Had to. Well, speaking of talking from the grave, I don't know if Travis Hunter, man, he's down. He's out for 3 weeks for Colorado. I hate to see it, all because of the hit from Blackburn here. And I'll show the video here in a second. But I got to know, what is your all's opinion on punishment? Should there be a punishment? Like I'll show the video in case you haven't seen it for our viewers who haven't seen it.
Fundamentals. Got to look at Sean Lewis, the offensive coordinator. Moment ago, downfield, incomplete, but a flag down intended for Hunter, who took a shot afterwards by Henry Blackburn.
So, what's your all's thought?
Man, I'm a be honest. Like seeing that live, like for one, shout out to Dion for having the whole world watching.
Yeah,
West Coast football for one. But I remember seeing this live, and I'm thinking, after seeing the hit on Jaden Daniels in the LSU and Mississippi State game, I'm like, surely they do something to bro, like throw him out the game or something. But no, like, he got to stay. And then I don't know, I don't know, coming up in the era of football, I say that like I'm old, but like, you know, a lot of concussions and stuff like that. You think, like, oh, that's just football. But like sometimes you look at some stuff and like maybe they should chill out. And apparently now he's been getting death threats for that. And Dion had to come to his rescue. But I don't know, man. I believe in karma too. But at the same time, he should have been. I don't think he should have been thrown out simply for the fact that he didn't go helmet to helmet, and apparently that automatically gets you thrown out. So no, I guess it's all right, but karma's gonna get his ass.
Yeah, I don't hate that take.
Well, see, I don't like it when a player gets thrown out on a hit where they're clearly not like they're not trying to hurt somebody.
Injure them. Yeah.
You know, like they're just trying to make a play, and maybe the crown of the helmet hits him, you know, or whatever. Like sometimes you just see it, it's like, well, they're gonna throw him out, and it's just like I get the player's safety, but sometimes it feels like it's almost like he led with the helmet, he's out. You know, it's like you can't do that. Where this situation, no, he didn't lead with the helmet, but he blatantly hit him like
2-3
after
steps
play.
afterwards. Yeah,
Like it's almost like that should be warranted as, you know, all right, no way. Like no way you're, you know, and I feel like that's where I've been more confused with it. It's like, so you can hit someone late in the play just as long as you don't hit them with the crown of your helmet. I don't know.
I was looking at the clip again, and it shouts to Dion too for having like a team being able to be controlled in that moment. Because I just thought about it. Who gets thrown at, like he hits him while this man was fully out of bounds in front of his own bench.
Yeah.
I imagine like everybody just jumps on his ass and just packs him out, stomps him out. Who gets ejected then? And so like that's probably good coaching and like good on the team to just like chill out and be like, that's all right, we're gonna get our get back, whatever. But if that was the case, because we saw what happened with Florida and Tennessee, who gets thrown out in that case? Because we saw what happened. We see people protecting their teammates. So how do they figure it out?
Yeah, it's tough. And see, Devontae, you kind of know me. I've got to screw loose sometimes, especially like when it comes to football. And it's just like for me, I love what Shador did, getting up in the guy's grill, and I kind of wanted the whole line to be like, "Yo, you don't fuck with our guy." But at the same time, you don't want anybody getting thrown out. So salute to Dion, Coach Prime, for having his guys under control. I was kind of torn, like, get after his ass, and I was like, well, maybe not. It's not worth
There's still more game to play.
Exactly. But yeah, if I'm the NCAA, I think you have to suspend him a game. I don't think it warrants 2-3 games, but I think 1 game suspension is where you do this thing. And yeah, he wasn't thrown out that game. Probably should have been, because we talked about the targeting stuff, but it's a bad situation. I hate it for Hunter because, dude, he has been the best player in the country. He's been phenomenal. He's been electric. Coach Prime, like you said, I was up at 2:30 watching this game, feeding my son with my phone right here, just glued in, locked in the thing. And I was like, yo, only Coach Prime could get us this late. And it was just awesome. And now they've got to go to Oregon and play against USC without their best player. And I don't want to say these losses or these games will have an asterisk, because I hate when people say that. But it's just like, what if, against Oregon, okay, maybe it's a 7-point game instead of a 20-point game. Or, against USC, maybe they don't lose by 10, but they lose by 3 points. You just – now I had that thought in the back of my head, like, if they have their best player, I think it's –
yeah, but if they win without him,
like
it could be huge for them.
It's scary if they win, even if it's a close game, just like it was with Colorado State. If it's a close game and they peel one out without Travis Hunter, it gets scary, because after Oregon and after USC, I think the only big time opponent is Utah, and that's the last game.
Yeah,
I think maybe Arizona.
Yeah, but Arizona's not
so
that.
If they win these games without Travis, and then they get him healthy, and they beat Utah, they got to be in the playoffs.
They have to. Yeah,
they have to. They go unbeaten. Playoffs.
I had a weird thought, like, what if somehow, how I kind of believe that some of this sports stuff, because of capitalism, is getting kind of placed and put in places. So what if somehow in the CFP, Florida State and Colorado ends up being in the CFP?
Ooh,
God,
the Deion Bowl.
Give me chills.
Yeah, I love it.
That would be a lot, especially if Deion comes out victorious and he can say all the stuff about how people were talking about, but you were a Seminole. He was like, no, I graduated from Talladega. And I was like, God, got your ass.
Yeah.
They never wanted to give him an opportunity. And, he forged his own path. I mean, they gave him an opportunity, but he forged his own path if you really look at it.
Yeah. They had a chance to hire him this year, and they passed on him. Yeah.
So,
and that's like, you got to think, they got to be kicking themselves. I mean, Florida State survived a scare from Boston College. Yeah. It's tough. Which that game, I don't know if you stuck around, the fans rushed the field. And it got a lot of conversation of what's the ruling to rush the field? For me, they're college kids. They're not used to winning. Allow it. It's a primetime game. It's a rival. I'm good for it. Other than that, I think you have to beat a ranked opponent, and you're a dog in some way. But once again, I get it. You haven't won.
It was an overtime game.
Overtime game.
A walk-off. It was like a walk-off,
And it's already a lot of hype in general. Like, you have famous people there. Yeah. The crowd is packed out. Now, this is something that I didn't get to really enjoy as a NC State alumnus. Yeah, alumnus. But I never, even the Florida State game I went to, but I didn't rush the field. I don't even think they did rush the field. I rushed Hillsborough Street. But NC State is adamant about this stuff. They don't want us to have any fun. So whenever they had the opportunity to rush the field, I didn't get to do it. But anytime it's a rival, if you didn't win anything, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I love sportsmanship and all that stuff. If you didn't win anything last year, and every game you win, you rush the field, I'm all for it. To hell with them. If they don't want you to rush the field, don't lose. You know what I'm saying? But in general, without being that dramatic, any rivalry, or honestly, I'm gonna say rivalry just for the sake of being petty. Ranked opponents, you act like they've been there before, because rankings aren't real if you really think about it. So we got to think about AP. I'm forever beefing with the AP top 25, because a newspaper is telling us what to think about a sports team.
You and Fitz can start.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I'm fearing my own.
Then the government, we wake up being waterboarded by but I'm doing my research on that.
Skip Bayless trying to come after you.
Yeah.
I agree. Fitz, any thoughts from you?
No, I think that's a rivalry game, or I would even say like overtime. I think when you set it up that it's going to be a walk-off no matter what, like whether it's an incomplete pass or an interception or a touchdown, missed extra point is like any overtime game. I think, if the emotions are running high, if it's which it's overtime, so it's probably going to be, I would just say, yeah, why are we talking about this? It's, it's college football.
Okay, I like it. Should the NFL start rushing fields?
No.
No.
No. It would get out of hand.
It's getting nasty out there for real. So yeah.
Okay.
Like you've seen those like old highlights. It's like a baseball game in the 70s, or like NFL would do this, like in the 70s. Like they just let people just like walk on the field.
Yeah.
It'd be like, like I think the immaculate reception is that, Franco Harris runs in, you just got like Steelers fans like running. Dude, it's scary. And they're not kids. They're not college kids. It's like some dude who's been smoking like 2 packs a day, just like out there touching Franco Harris. It's like, dude, I don't know about this.
Right. Yeah. You're saying there's an age limit to rush the field. Is that
yeah, they figured it out when the players started getting a little sketched out. Like, we're professional. Like we can't be having this.
I gotta be honest. If people start rushing the field in the NFL, something's getting stolen. Like it was like going to a Panthers game and I really thought that game where I think it was Graham Gano kicked that game winner against the Giants. I was there at that game. And I genuinely thought they were about to hop over and cheer on Cam and stuff like that. But instead they did it outside the stadium. And I just kept thinking, if somebody rushed the field, what kind of stuff could you take from the box? Because they're worried about everybody on the field. What's in the box?
Dude,
you just walk out there with some free gear or something,
That's every intrusive thought. So I've rushed the field when apps beats big opponents and stuff. And the intrusive voice, depending on how much you drink, it'd be like, yo, there's some helmets on that sideline with some jerseys,
Yeah.
Yeah. But thankfully never have acted on that one. But yeah. All right. Just had to ask you guys. We're going to say college football one more time here. We got a big week, boys. Week 4 is where you just sit on your couch, crack them cold ones, get some DoorDash, some Bojangles, whatever it might be. These games are phenomenal. We start off with Ohio State, Notre Dame, 6 at 9. Then number 4, Florida State goes on to Clemson. Number 19, Colorado at number 10, Oregon, which we talked about. Number 24, Iowa, traveling to Happy Valley at number 7, Penn State. Number 22, UCLA, traveling to Utah against number 11, Utes. Number 15, Ole Miss versus number 13, Bama. Kiffin, Saban, rematch. Arkansas at number 12, LSU. And then Oregon State, Washington State, 14, traveling 21 there. There's some big games here. If I don't have to, I'm not leaving the couch Saturday. What do you guys feel?
I bet one of those games is actually close.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just a college football hater. I just feel like every week it's how many games are actually close? Where I'm
this week was great.
Fourth quarter, who's in it? I don't know, man.
I can kind of, I don't know. I like these matchups more than I did when they were, who was it? Portland State played North American or something like that and, got their get back or whatever.
91-0.
So, I guess now within these next coming weeks, they're playing, actual competition. So, I'm glad you mentioned that, Hacky, about Ole Miss and Bama, because I completely forgot about that. But at the same time, it's still Ole Miss. It's still Nick Saban. So, but they got their whole little quarterback shuffle thing going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but honestly, if any of the games end up being close, it'll probably be FSU and Clemson. But
yeah, as disappointing as Clemson's been this season, I feel like Florida State, you're on upset alert.
I'm still praying on Dabo's downfall hard.
Yeah,
fervently.
Yeah.
I am praying. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, when you guys beat Clemson in 21, it changed. It shook him to his core. DJ got shipped out, and then nobody wanted to come to Clemson.
And now his team is ranked now
Yeah, number 14.
Dabo isn't. He's bullying some. I don't know. Apparently, like, it was some discrepancies going on. Like, what Dabo wants to play his nice old fashioned 1950s milkshake offense, and it's not working anymore. And I don't think he sees that. So we'll just keep that ball rolling. You know,
it's amazing we don't have touchdown Jesus quarterback. Yeah. All right. Picking upsets here. Any other upsets for you guys? I think Notre Dame takes down Ohio State 9-6, but it's a home game for Notre Dame. I feel like Irish get it. We already talked about Clemson. I think Kiffin beats Saban again. I don't know. Those are my 3 upset alerts. Watch them.
I think, like, after LSU went off against Mississippi State, Arkansas might give them a battle and, like, edge them out at the end. I don't know what I'm going off of, but, like, I feel like they hit what's the guy's name? Malik Neighbors had 239 yards and 2 touchdowns. And I feel like you can't double that up in college. You can't. Possible. Now, if he does it, I'll shut my mouth, but I really don't think you can double that up. Because after, like, it's good that somebody is the guinea pig and they figure out, okay, we'll squash all that. So squash all that. What's their option? Because we haven't really been hearing anything about LSU's offense outside of, at least for me, Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors. I don't know who else they have.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm with you. And once you stop Brian Kelly's, like, Weapon X, he's got nothing else. I feel like it's Coach Gary Gaines from Friday Night Lights, and you lose Boobie Miles. You got to figure out something else.
You can't.
Yeah. Fitz, any dog picks?
As well as Clemson games at Clemson.
It is.
I think that could be, I think that could be Clemson, like, pretty handedly. I think they could win like pretty big and just kind of shut some people up.
Yeah.
Washington State, I've been kind of keeping a tab on them. They're just kind of that sneaky team. I don't know how high they can climb, but I'd like to see that. I'd like to see them beat Oregon State there. But again, where are these rankings? I don't know what these actually mean.
You and Keith, you're going to start a death march to them. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope he hears this too and, like, comes on the show and tells us what about ourselves.
We got 2 real quick topics, and we'll do our NFL Pick'ems speed round. Grass versus turf. We talked about last season, and now I feel like it's getting more headway. Aaron Rodgers torn Achilles, and last night Nick Chubb with the blown out knee, and I'm not sure how much of that is the turf's fault compared to just a freak accident getting blown up in the knee. But I feel like the owners, it's going to cost total $12 million for the NFL to go to all grass. It's what the Premier League soccer does. They protect their investment. They protect their athletes. I feel like it's the thing to do. I grew up playing on turf and I loved it. I tore my knee on grass, but I feel like the data's there to say it's typically the opposite, where you protect your investment on grass, turf kind of screws you. That's from you guys.
I think I might have played on a turf field maybe once. I think that was like my first football game ever, but it's always been grass. And one thing, now that you mention it, my senior year when I tore my ACL, I wonder if I was like on my last like limb, quote unquote, but I was in grass the whole time. Like, I played the entire football season. I never got hurt. I've never been hurt before. And then we start basketball season, and I just do a drop step and, like, shoot, my knee slipped. I tore my ACL. So it kind of, I'm all for grass now that I think about it. Now, as far as with Nick Chubb, that was a freak accident, and he always gets the most gruesome accidents. I hate it for him.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, something like one of my boys, he actually just ruptured his Achilles, and I remember him saying that, like, he had a calf strain. And so, like, that's been like a recurring thing with people that have been messing up their Achilles is a calf strain. And you remember Aaron Rodgers has had a calf strain for the past like 2 years, if not more. And like, he's 40. And so, like, I don't think bro sleeps either. So that kind of helps. so like, it had to be coming up soon. So, like, grass, I feel like if it really is only $12 million, they got it. Like, they can do it. But again, you know, capitalism, they're like, no, I'm just about my bread. And, like, I don't want to spend money to have somebody keep up with this grass, which I don't know. I guarantee you, there's like a super fan that would be willing to cut the grass for discount tickets, not even free tickets. To just
How many Forrest Gumps are out there that would do it for
you
free?
feel me? Like it's so many.
You know?
It's so many, and especially like in the South. Oh, they got to stop playing. Like, come on now. Carolina can do it. I don't think. Yeah, Atlanta doesn't have a grass field. I'm trying to figure out. Do you know which fields currently have grass? I know Hines, not Hines, but Hines Field does.
Let's see.
I'm looking.
I'm looking.
Lambeau, Hines, Arrowhead, Coxborough.
Said it's like bluegrass or something.
All right. NFL stadiums with grass. Arizona Cardinals, Ravens, Bears, Browns. So the Browns did have grass. So
screw that was in Pittsburgh, wasn't it? Or no, it was in Cleveland.
It was in Cleveland.
So they just wore the whiteout jerseys.
Yeah,
they did. That's right.
Broncos, Packers, Jags, Chiefs, Raiders, Dolphins, Eagles, Steelers, Niners, Commanders. So
and those are all the ones with
grass. Those are all ones with grass.
So, like, I mean, that's like a little, like about a third of the league. I mean, they might as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they can, I know at least for the Falcons, like they changed the field to grass for the football. I forgot what. Atlanta FC. They changed the grass, so it's like just leave it for a day and see what happens. You know.
I think you're right. And like the Premier League's onto something, obviously. They've been around for a long time. It's the biggest industry when it comes to sports. They play on grass. There's a reason for it. Protect your investment. I'm here for it. I reached out to Tim with my Ouija board and he didn't give me an answer. He didn't know, but he did say Metcalf claimed the turf monster.
The turf monster.
He wants blood sacrifices and he got it. All right. NFL 2 week overreactions, real quick. Any overreactions from you guys from this past week? I think Bears dead, done. Any hope you had for Chicago, throw it out the window. Panic mode for Cincinnati, me included. Fuck, it's scary. We're going 0-2 in the division. It's different than last year. It just feels different.
What do you feel about your boy saying he's going to take a couple more sleeps on his calf?
It's smart. We just talked about it, right? Calf strain leads to Achilles tear.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. Yeah. Like, you know what? For the best.
And Jonathan Browning, we trust, I guess.
Yeah.
Can I say Baker Mayfield comeback player of the year?
Oh,
is that my overreaction?
Speaking.
Kyle Pitts. That's Kyle Pitts.
I mean,
Kyle Pitts gets
2-0.
Overreaction. That's not my overreaction.
Yeah.
But my overreaction is I am not. It sounds. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The Giants. Something's gonna happen. Something's going to happen. And I don't know if it's going to be week. I don't know if it's just going to be this coming week or week 4, but something's going to happen and something's going to turn around. And maybe Saquon getting hurt, maybe that was probably for the best because that means they have to diversify their offense. But we'll see. But I'm not giving up on the Giants just yet.
I was ready to write him off, and if I heard
y'all texted me
Danny Dimes thing,
you don't want to hear anything about Daniel Jones
and then
ever
he came
again.
Back against the league's worst team. Yeah. All right, moving on. Thursday night game. Speaking of the G-men, they travel off to San Francisco. They're going to meet Christian McCaffrey. Giants at 49ers, over-under set 45. San Francisco 10.5-point favorite.
Damn.
What are we doing?
Yeah, it's the Niners year. So I'm taking Niners. I'll probably take those points too.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta stand on what I said. They had the, you know what? They had the Niners listed as far as power rankings. The Niners are listed as number 1. I'm telling you, whenever like good things happen to a football team, bad things happen. So I think this might just be the slip up the Giants need. So I'm gonna go with it on a Thursday night. Is everybody gonna be prepared? Are the Giants gonna be over?
No Saquon or with a gimpy Saquon? Because I think
Saquon's not. I don't think Saquon's not playing.
I think he's playing. I think they haven't ruled him out, but he's got an ankle injury.
Man, he better chill out too. Then,
yeah,
if he wants to get signed to some money, he better sit out. Yeah. But I'll roll with the Giants.
Wow, I'm taking the Niners.
We'll call this the Jalen Hyatt breakout.
Oh, I actually like that.
I do like Jalen Hyatt. Yeah. I'll take the over here too. I think both teams can score, but I take Niners. I'm tempted with the -10.5. I might tease that down to like 8.5, but we'll talk about it. All right, Packers, Titans.
Packers. What?
Sorry, Titans and Browns. Sorry.
Like, that ain't my Packers.
I know. I saw the poster behind you, and my mind was reading. Anyways, y'all know I'm slow. Titans at Browns, over on at 740. Cleveland, 3-point favorite. This is without Chubb. Kareem Hunt's supposed to be in the building, though. They might sign him today or tomorrow.
I'll
Don't
take
give up on Jerome Ford that easily.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ford's playing well. Browns.
Shoot, I'll go with Titans. No real reason. I just back-to-back games. They are already kind of gimpy. We'll see what happens.
You know what? Short week. Browns gotta bounce back. Titans feel good. They're coming off a win. Look at that duo right there. King Henry, D-Hop. That duo should be producing. This is the week they get it together. Give me those two. Lions, Falcons. Over-unders at 46.5. Detroit, 3-point favorite. Blue ski mask on. It doesn't work. Take it off. Tim hated it anyways. Falcons are rolling. They're hot. Who do we take?
This should have been Sunday Night Football for real. You got Falcons. Falcons with the under, but
with the under. Yeah, I like that.
Oh man, I thought Ritter played well. I mean, Packers played well for like 50 minutes and then just kind of folded. But I thought Ritter played well. I think Bijan is here. Montgomery came up a little injured for the Lions, so it might be the battle between the two rookies if Gibbs is getting more touches. So I think that's exciting. I'm actually gonna put the Falcons. It's tough. I think I can take the Falcons going 3-0.
Yeah,
which is crazy. But I think I actually gotta take Lions on this. But it's a really good game.
This should be Sunday Night Football.
I thought it was interesting how for the first time in my life somebody falconed against the Falcons.
Yeah.
I had actually the game. I remember I left the house and it was like, I think it was 12-24 or something like that. And I left because I had an adult league basketball game. And I'm sitting here getting ready for the game. I just see, like ESPN sends you the score, 25-24. I'm like, damn. Then I looked at it again. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
I screamed in the gym. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I was like, the Falcons did it. It's over with. It's over with. And I snapped on the game. I didn't get tired of anything, so we're good. We're back.
Hey, I love it. This game, I don't like. I feel like I pull a Kirk Cousins here. I'm not calling this. I'm not picking the game. I'm calling it later tonight. Like that's the excuse I want here because it's going to be a good game. It's going to be close. If it's a close game, Falcons are going to win because you look at last week. Falcons find a way to win. Lions found a way to lose. But I remember it's for Tim. Bad franchises stick together. I'm taking Lions.
It's in Detroit,
I'm not
right?
betting. It's in Detroit. That's the only reason. I think if it's in the Georgia Dome or Mercedes-Benz Dome, I pick Atlanta.
They beat them I remember the last game Falcons played in Detroit, and it was a last-minute score. So, I believe.
I might live bet that game, not pre-bet. All right. Packers, Saints. Saints traveling to Green Bay, over-under at 43. Green Bay 2-point favorite. Got to get that look back. Just come off that loss from Sunday.
Yeah. I thought Jordan Love played well. People be giving him flack for the way that game ended, but the defense should have never put him in that situation. He played great. He still had above 100 for QBR. I'm just glad Kamara has to sit one more week.
Yeah.
He might have. He is known for having some great performances against the Packers, so he's got to sit. I'm actually gonna take Green Bay.
I'm gonna be honest. The Saints have on both sides. They have a better secondary than the Falcons as of right now. So I'm gonna take the Saints just off of. We still don't know if Christian Watson is gonna get better, and even if he is getting better, is he gonna be able to make a difference? I know the rookies, Dontavian Wicks and Jaden Reed, have come up pretty good, but you have an established secondary, so we'll see how that goes. As well as like one of the best linebackers in the game, Demario Davis. So can't hit those quick slants as much as you want to with him sitting there. So
Yeah,
I believe in the Saints. I think we're gonna show the world. NFC South gonna show the world something. I don't know what. We're gonna show them something.
I don't know. Love's first game in Lambeau. You know, he's had 3 starts in his career on the road, and then he came in last year in the Philadelphia game on the road. We've not seen him take a snap in Lambeau, or at least not like in a quarterback kneel situation, like to actually play. So I'm excited for this one.
that's a good point. Shout out friend of the show, former guest of the show, DeMarco Jackson, Saints player. Took an onside kick though last night to beat the Panthers, who are pretty bad. For that reason only. Give me Green Bay -2. Battle of the head coaches. Broncos at Miami, over at 48. Miami 6.5-point favorite. You got Sean Payton, old school ball coach, against Mike Daniels, new school. Pretty sure he never played football a day in his life. He just plays Madden, and that's how he sharpened that big brain of his up there. Awesome guy. Love that interview. Who do we take here?
Dang, I don't know. You know what? I'll roll with the Dolphins. They make me. I don't know, like something about them. Just looking at Mike. What is it, Mike McDaniel? What is that?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Mike McDaniels.
Yeah, he just makes me laugh. So like, I wish I wish the best for him. I think, but even past that, I think the team's gonna do well. I don't know. Maybe Russell Wilson comes back, but like the Dolphins, even last year they were just having fun with it, and they just kept winning games. And Tua's, I don't know what he knows right now. So like, he's just playing for real, playing out
factory reset on him.
Yeah, like playing out of his mind, literally. So like, I think they got it.
Yeah, I'll take Dolphins as well. I think the way the Niners are dominating the NFC, I think the Dolphins might be doing that in the AFC, but you know, that's a loaded conference. But the Dolphins they're showing that through 2 weeks. So maybe that's my overreaction for week 2, but I'll put the Dolphins. They should win this one.
Yeah, I was real close to putting Dolphins best AFC team as my overreaction. It was real close. Give me the Fins. Give me the points. I think they roll Mr. Unlimited, Danger Witch. Dead. All right. Vikings, Chargers traveling to Minnesota. Over at 53.5. It's a push. No real dog here. No real favorite.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll skull my way through it. Skull. I don't think anybody on the Chargers defense is, well, maybe Derwin James every now and then, but I don't think they're checking Justin Jefferson. Maybe this is the Alexander. That man was terrible. So like, maybe this is him making his case against like not being a running back 2 again to I guess a second-year player. So I think their offense goes back to what they were supposed to be.
I think the Chargers get back on track. I think if you look at these two teams, they're both 0-2, right? And they both feel like they're gonna be. I think everyone is putting the playoff dub on these teams, like they're gonna be in the playoffs, even though they're 0-2. But I'm actually gonna take the Chargers. I think people get more starstruck with the Vikings than they do any other team, and I don't know. I think the Chargers will rebound. I think they've had maybe tougher opponents, but I don't think they've looked like themselves either. So give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I had Chargers circled on my little sheet here. You bring in Kellen Moore as your offensive coordinator. He's probably the best offensive mind in the NFL. You think, like, just everything I've heard, everything I've seen, he seems like to be the OC genius. And the offense looks the same as it has the past 2 years. It just something's missing. Something's not clicking. I was going to pick him, and then you guys talked, and then Tim dropped this dime. Herbert equals Rivers. He's cursed to never win it big.
Dang.
For that reason, he knows something in the afterlife. Give me Minnesota.
I don't know.
Jets, Patriots. New York's playing host. 37's the over-under. New England, 2.5-point favorite. Bill Belichick still coming up with creative ways to try to find ways to win games, putting people in motion on defense. I love it. What's your all-state?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I watched their last game against the Dolphins. They should have just gave Cole Strange those few inches, like just to see like what else Bill Belichick could come up with. I think he got it personally, but hey.
Yeah.
So because of that, because Bill Belichick is also he's been fueled by the hate in his heart. I think they run one up on the Jets again on poor old, not poor Poe as Zach Wilson. So, we got the Patriots.
Yeah, I would think Belichick knows what gives Zach Wilson problems at this point, and I don't know if they're going to be able to answer that. But the Patriots they're trying to get, this is a big one for them. You know, they lost one they probably felt they could have had against the Dolphins. I feel like they were in a position to steal one and they didn't. And usually that's kind of Belichick's staple, is he can steal them when he needs to. I think he gets this one done. So Patriots.
Let's not forget the Jets have a great defense. Obviously didn't show up against Dallas. Garrett Wilson. Like this, Brees Hall, this team can still go. And Zach Wilson just has to do enough not to lose.
But see, I think Bill can disguise. I think he can scheme things that are going to make it really hard for Zach.
You're seeing ghost out there, Sam Darnold. P-A-T-S, Pats. Give me Patriots. Commies, or I like to call them the Durs, hosting the Bills. 44.5 to over-under. Buffalo, 6.5-point favorite.
Ooh. This might be my upset pick. I'm going to take Washington.
Sam, how? Get it done.
Yeah, I think so. And man, Chase Young is scary. That actually might be comeback player of the year, if we're being honest. Yeah, he's looked great.
He's back. You know what? I'm glad you said it first. Still a Josh Allen hater, but also I've been watching their guy Emmanuel Forbes, the cornerback they drafted. He's been doing really. Actually, the Commanders' defense has been doing really well thus far. Like after they, that's why I said like people don't like to fight anymore. So after the Commanders had their little spat on live TV, everything is gravy. So I'm like, hey, they might keep it rolling. So I think the Commanders' defense kind of pulls one over on the Bills. And they're at home, too. They're playing in Landover. Oh, yeah, they got to show something.
Yeah, FedEx Field, the shittiest stadium in the NFL.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely hate it. Never will go back. For that reason only. Put them through a table. Bills Mafia rolls. Get a better stadium. Texans Jags over under 44. Jacksonville 9.5-point favorite. Can Texans keep this thing close? Can they win?
I don't know. You know what? I'll take the Texans on this one off of Kaimi Fairbairn kick. In Duval, which is the crazy part. So we'll see what happens there. But I don't know. I haven't really been checking too much on CJ Stroud, but I do know he connected with Nico Collins for over 120 yards and a touchdown. Mm-hmm. It was the Colts, but at the same time, every little stride a rookie makes is pretty good. So we'll see if the Jags pretty slept on defense. It's not that great, but it's not bad. So I think that'll be a true test for him to see if he's actually arrived. So I'll take the Texans.
Yeah, I take the Jags to win, but that's a lot of points that I think you can take the Texans to cover the spread. I'll take the Jags to win.
Yeah. I think Jags find a ways, Duval County. But I think Texans keep it close. If you look at these quarterback stats just from this year, Stroud, 2 tutties, 0 interceptions, 626 yards. Touchdown Jesus, 2 tutties, 1 interception, 457 yards. CJ Stroud winning that quarterback battle right there. Mm-hmm. I think they keep it close. Minshew Mania. Anthony Richardson out with concussion. Traveling to Baltimore. Over-runners at 44. Ravens, 8-point favorite.
As they should be. Ravens got it. I don't know. Maybe Minshew Mania might be back, but I'm not here for it. So we'll take the Ravens with the spread and a little sprinkle of more points too.
Yeah, I'll take the Ravens. I feel pretty good about that one.
I'm picking the Ravens too. They beat the shit out of us for 3 quarters. We started clawing back the fourth quarter, but it's the Colts. It's not the Bengals. I think Ravens run away this thing. It's not even close. Thurs, Seahawks 42.5 the over under. Seattle 6-point favorite. And Gino, we trust. What do we say?
And in Seattle, boy, yeah, Seahawks got it. Pretty good spread. One thing they mentioned that first game with Bryce Young is how like I think his mom and either way, both of them, his dad was like a psychologist and Bryce graduated with a degree in psychology. So they were like, we love how he's not easily shaken. But I noticed like within the third quarter and then honestly the beginning of the game last week, you started seeing him sweat a little bit. And like with how Seattle is and that 12th man, boy, ooh, it's gonna be something. So like I think the Seahawks put one on him and then like he gets out his freshman jitters and then like takes off after, but not this game.
That's a good call. Actually, I like that. Because I want to see that for the Panthers. I want to see them have just like a glimmer of hope, you know, especially with Bryce Young. But yeah, this team's too tall in order. So take Seattle.
Geno Smith not off to a hot of a start as he was last year. And it seems like maybe he's fallen off a little bit. I think he finds his rhythm here. Give me Seahawks -6. Give me the under 2. I don't think Carolina can score a lot. No shot to Stroud, or no Bryce Young. Chiefs, Bears, Chicago having to go to Kansas City. 47.5 the over under. Kansas City 13-point favorite. The biggest spread of the week.
Oh gosh,
that's rough.
Yeah.
The nerve of you to put a Chase Claypool picture up here.
Yeah, you like that? I didn't know if he was going to notice.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Yeah, man. Chiefs might have it. Bears might put up a hell of a fight like they did. You know what? No, they didn't do too much against the Buccaneers. So it's going to get ugly. But honestly, you know what? This might be a Clyde Edwards-Helaire game. We never know.
Yeah, I just know there's no chance for the Bears. Yeah, you could put that spread at like 20. I'd probably take the spread.
Look, Barstool Big Cat. We've got to help us out understand the Bears' hype going into the season and what's shown up. Is Fields the right guy? What's on with Claypool? Help us understand. This team should be doing better, and they're terrible. Chiefs -20. I like it. Fitz, mark it down. Cards, Cowboys. Dallas only a 12-point favorite. Over under set at 43.5. Cowboys might be the best team in the NFC. Or some people are saying.
This is nasty. Like, this is a nasty matchup. I'll take the Cowboys over this. And then I'm kind of wondering, like, what if it's one of those things where, like, the Cowboys are running high and then for some weird reason the Cardinals defense shows up and it's just like a stalemate game until, like, somebody on the Cardinals team kicks it.
9-6.
Or James Conner breaks another home run.
Yeah.
And Skip Bayless just like spontaneously combust. I don't know. I'll take the Cowboys on this one because
the only way I'm taking the Cards is if Matt Prater kicks like 7 50-yard field goals. like he's gonna have to be dialed in because I don't think the Cardinals are gonna really move the ball that much. So I'd take the Cowboys with the points as well. That actually might make an interesting parlay. Cowboys and Chiefs with their points.
Man, -25-point spread between those two teams. That's wild. Josh Dobbs, to me, he's been playing great. He comes in late, and he's getting his opportunity. I feel like he's doing the most of it. It's just something's not right in Arizona. It's not clicking down there or over there. Give me Dallas to win.
It's the coach. That coach is so weird, bro. Like, I don't think they trust him, so they're just out there winging it.
He's super awkward. Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad vibe. He's like what McDaniels I thought would be like.
Right?
Yeah. Steelers at Raiders over under set at 43. Vegas 1-point favorite. JJ Watt, Max Crosby. Who do you take?
Yeah. Steelers got it for me. I don't like. Apparently, Raiders are down to like just throwing it to Devontae Adams or throwing it to Josh Jacobs, and Hunter Renfro like is just chopped liver, you know, they can honestly send him on to Atlanta. We'd love to have him. But Steelers, for that reason, like man, Steelers got it. I don't know how this happened. I think it was just a sweet deal for somebody else. Some sucker was gonna take it.
Yeah, how's Vegas going to be favored? I just feel like the Steelers they're better than that.
The house always
Great rivalry. The house does always win. Unless you bet big, you take the house. It's an Ocean's 11, but I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
Look, Pittsburgh does not look like the same Pittsburgh we grew up watching. It does something. The mojo's off. Tomlin said it today. Something's not clicking for these Steelers. For that reason, I'm taking the Raiders. Jimmy G. Hopefully, Mayers is back. Jacoby, and you see some good offense where they can spread it out a little bit more. Give me Vegas. Monday night, we got a double Monday Night Football, just like last week. Start with Eagles, Bucks. I put the people in the wrong order, but that's all right. Over on set 46, Philadelphia 5.5-point favorite. Hurts, Mayfield. What do we say?
That I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, NFC South is gonna show y'all something. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna take the Bucks on this one, just off of Jalen Carter has been doing really well as far as defensively, but everybody left the Buck. Well, Tom Brady left, but that offensive line has somehow been making plays for Baker Mayfield and Rashad White. We saw Mike Evans slow ass had a day. Chris Godwin had a day. So it's like I think Avonte Maddox tore his pec, and I'm not sure about the rest. I mean, Darius Slay is still there, but I don't know. I think the Bucks might sneak one by.
I actually like this matchup. I think Vita Vea, he's going to have a big role trying to plug up that Jalen Hurts QB sneak. I think he could kind of be the stuffer dude there. I don't know what Devin White can do. I like this. I like this matchup. I do feel like the Eagles are going to win, but I think it's a very fun game to watch.
One of these defenses in the top 8, the other one not even in the top 20. One of these offenses in the top 8, the other one not even in the top 20. The one in the top 8, Philadelphia on both sides. Give me Philadelphia to roll here. Eagles roll. Get out of here.
Don't sleep on Baker, man.
I'm dead with them after last year. I was all in. Now I'm out. Rams at Bengals. Bengals going the white Bengal look. Joey B questionable. Over on us at 43.5. Cincinnati 2-point favorite. Both these teams banged up a little bit.
Are they going to be able to block Aaron Donald?
That's why I don't want Joey B to play.
Oh, well, do you think he's still going to play for pride's sake or what?
I don't know, man. I can't tell.
Because I don't know, man. I feel like this is going to be one of those Monday night stalemate games, and like they're going to have it be the last game. I'm going to be honest, though. I'll go with the Bengals just for the sake of like get back, but I don't know, man. This is going to be ugly. It's going to be an ugly game. It's probably going to be like 9-3 or something like that.
I've been surprised by the Rams. Like I really have.
Yeah, without Cooper
and
Kupp.
I know when Kupp went out, even when they had Kupp, you're like, they've got Cooper Kupp, but they don't really have anybody else. They've lost some of these pieces. But they're proven that they have a culture. They are used to winning. They're going to be competitive. Even if they don't feel like they're going to make a playoff run this year, they're going to be in the hunt just because they're competitive. So I'll actually take the Rams in this one.
The Rams had a chance to beat the 49ers and just didn't capitalize on the stretch. 23-30. Bengals just played shitty for 3.5 quarters and showed up in the back half of the fourth quarter. I don't know, man. I'm going to take Cincinnati because I feel like we start 0-3. We're the AFC giant that's dead done that I talked about a few weeks ago. So give me Cincinnati. We need it. That's it, boys. Pub parlay real quick. What do we got?
Washington over Buffalo.
Washington over Buffalo. Market down.
What do we got? You know what? For Falcons over Detroit.
Wow.
Oh,
We'll take it.
oh man.
Put the house
All right.
on it, man. Put the house on
Oh.
Put the house on it.
it. Put the house on it.
You know what?
Oh man.
Put the house on it.
Speak your talk. I like it.
Only if you go play basketball during the fourth quarter again.
You know what? Hold on. Hey, bro, I have a game. I do have a game.
Okay. Okay.
We got
Maybe that might be the good luck charm.
I know I had to leave the house for them to win. What's crazy is anytime the Falcons win, my fantasy team loses. So it's like, why does this always? It happens every year. So I don't know. It's a lot of discrepancies.
I like it. He's picking his team. I'm picking my team. My second team.
This is already terrible.
Yeah.
Notre Dame wearing green, hosting the Buckeyes. They're 3-point dogs. Give me the Fighting Irish to win. Money line.
Okay.
Commanders money line. Falcons money line. Notre Dame money line. Get that parlay in by 7:30 Saturday to make yourself big money. Random question. Anybody got one real quick? No. This is always the tricky part.
I have a random fun question for my parents and confirmation students tomorrow night.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Your favorite indoor activity and outdoor activity?
Oh, that's good.
Okay. My favorite outdoor activity. Not weird, but like it's random. I like throwing rocks.
That's such a legend answer.
I grew up on a dirt path with a bunch of woods. But I just used to love like standing out here among the woods and you just throw a rock and you just wait for it to land. Forget the water. What about the trees? Like, did I hear a tree land? So that's my outdoor activity. Indoor activity. What have I been doing indoor? I don't know. Napping. It's always pretty good. Napping.
Man, those are good.
Simple man.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a rock. That's the most legendary.
Throwing rocks and
like that's.
I love it. That's why I hate I love my neighborhood, but it's the fact I live in a neighborhood. And I'm just like,
You can't go throw
I
rocks.
Rock, like somebody, I'm gonna have to fight somebody.
Yeah.
So
My favorite indoor activity. It's gonna make me sound like an asshole. I don't care. I love when like a kid pisses me off in wrestling practice, and then I just gonna go out there and just have my way with them. That's my favorite thing. So beating up on kids in wrestling practice is my favorite indoor activity.
Okay.
Favorite outdoor activity. I suck at it, but man, I have a lot of fun snowboarding. I'm terrible at it, but I just love being out there. You get a group of friends, get a little flask in the snow jacket. It's fun. It's good.
Nice.
My outdoor activity, there's so many things. Any sport, but I think just walking outside. I think that's become, I've been trying to walk every day since I've moved to the new place, and I'm just trying to. We'll see. Minnesota winter is not that far off, but I'm looking at winter clothes to try to keep walking outside during the winter. I think that's what even prompted this question. I was like, what am I going to do when I can't do my outdoor activity? Because I guess, you can't really walk indoors. It's there might be some places, but it's not the same ambiance. So I resonate with the rock throwing. I feel like that kind of
that's a good one.
Peaceful. It's just you outside and it's the sound.
You outside, you just hear you hear nature. Yeah, exactly. My indoor activity, it's got to be video games. I mean, I love playing video games, and for the social aspect, just who's hopping on the night and just kind of interacting. Right now, Fortnite, they finally did it. They have Hunger Games as like a game to play, like that where like you like get the little round thing and it like brings you up, and they're like, may the odds. They don't say may the odds ever be in their favor, but they should. I don't know why that's like trademarked or whatever. They basically have everything that makes Hunger Games, and like there's a cornucopia, and you gotta like get the weapons. So I'm about to play that, and it's pretty sick. But,
I love it. Good question, Fitz. I like it. Your parents should enjoy it.
Cool.
Kids. That'd be good.
cool. I was
Good
trying
job.
to think of a good icebreaker, and not like a corny one, not one where you're like, okay, my favorite ice cream flavor is ha ha ha. Like I wanted like a, a real conversation starter.
Good job.
I got one. I just thought about. For your life right now, what is the theme song of your life right now? Where it's at right now?
Oh,
Can I look on Spotify?
That's what I was gonna do anyway. Actually, no. Like I already have mine, so
I don't know mine. I feel like it changes all the time.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's life right now, as far as like how it's been going so far. So I'll start. Mine has been "Watering Plants" by Larry June, because that's been life right now. Like I have a little sunroom now. Like that's where my life is at now. Like I have plants. I'm a plant father now, so I just water my plants, and it's real peaceful and stuff. And that's genuinely like what the song is about, just like peaceful stuff, all this stuff. So I was like, you know what, that's where I'm at right now.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that. That's a good vibe. I guess with my son, and it's like I've got to keep telling myself it's a Darius Rucker song. It won't be like this for long. It's like, so just enjoy the moment. Like 3:30, and he won't go to sleep. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna blink, and he's gonna be on his own room or something, and then he won't need me to like keep him quiet and like relax him. So it won't be like this for long. That'll be mine.
That's 2 hours before your morning coffee, anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Mine's like a Packers joke. Is what I posted on my story when I was picking up my jersey. I wanted to wear the Rodgers jersey. It was like I was missing Aaron Rodgers, even though the Love jersey was right next to it. I thought about, and if it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does it stay on my mind? So I've been jamming to that all week.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Good.
Honestly, like you said that, I'm thinking like he's about to say "My wish for you."
No, there's a lot of puns. There's a lot of puns with love. You can do a lot of like play on words. But yeah, if it isn't love, man, and that's gotten me on a Spotify channel that I am like, it's like all that like 90s boy band R&B and Jodeci. I didn't realize how many.
Oh, Jodeci.
Jodeci, is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Jodeci.
Hey,
I didn't
fun
even
fact,
know.
the guy. So it's Jodeci. It's JoJo, Devontae, and KC. That Devontae, that's who I was named after. I was supposed to.
Wow.
I'm so serious. My mom.
Jodeci. I hadn't heard of them.
My mom was supposed to I was supposed to be a junior, but like she loved that guy, Devontae Swing, so much that became my name, as well as a bunch of kids, and like a lot of kids that were born in like 89 through like 92, they were named after him. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Fun
That's
fact.
awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, good episode, boys.
You should know, Vontae. I had the nickname Slow Jams. When I was in college, I had a buddy. Every time he got in my car, he was like, "You always got the slow jams on," and so that became a nickname. He's like, "There's slow jams."
The pensive music, like the guitar pensive music, where it's like you got to watch the autumn leaves go. I like it. No, I'm like that too.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys' spirits are pretty similar. It's good. Hey, we'll catch you guys next week. Beautiful episode, boys, and shout out to Dashaun Davis. Let's go get a win against Wyoming. Let's go.
Shoot, I already forgot what my outro was. I need a new one.
Oh my God!
It was gonna be an inspirational quote.
We would be the bad boys of Little League.
You've switched so many times.
We would beat the tar out of the other team.
Right.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut.
It's his last word. That's what we're gonna do.
Has to be.
More. I mean,
has to be.
Man. That was a journey.
Let's get Luke Combs. I was begging for Luke Combs not too long ago. We'll get Luke Combs on here. I challenge Luke. I think I can actually beat him in shotgunning a beer. So if he thinks he's got the cojones to come on and try, then by all means, Luke, bring it on.
That's the intro. You just-